guys, welcome back to the channel. So it is super hot today, so I figured I would just get caught up on my soap making. So today I am going to be making cashmere soap. I already have my 11 ounces of goat milk cubes, and I have my 4.7 ounces of lye. These are the oils that I'm using today, and I will list what is in this. I have this pre-mixed from Brambleberry, so I will list that right now, what kind of oils are in here. I'm also using cashmere from Brambleberry. I've used this before and it smells really good, and I have enough to make one more loaf, so I'm going to use that up today. And I'm going to be using the sage green mica clay from Brambleberry also. All right, let's get started. So I am going to start by, first off, by melting my goat milk cubes. So this is a cold processed soap. That is why the goat milk is frozen into little cubes. And I'm really, really glad that my girls are now milking again, because I just realized that I just pulled the last gallon bag of goat milk cubes out of my freezer. I don't think there's any in the other one, so I need to start freezing them again. We are starting to run short in our store on goat milk soap. I recently made watermelon, and I also made oat milk and honey. So I figured I'd better start getting stocked up. We do have some craft fairs that we're going to be doing this fall starting in October. So I want to make sure that I'm prepared for those. Plus, we do have an Etsy store. If you have not checked out our Etsy shop, you can do so. It is under Danny's Dream Acres. I will put the link in the description below the video. But we sell all of our goat milk soap. We also sell magnesium body butter, which is great if you have achy joints or if you're getting leg cramps at nighttime. That is super great for that. We do have some of that. We also have our newest item to the store is the Whiskey Beard Balm. That is a great leave-in conditioner for your beard. If you have a man in your life that has a beard, this is great for it. I had my two sons who have beards to sample it for me, and they absolutely love it. So that is also a new item in the store. We also have beaded pins. And if you don't know what those are, then check out our Etsy store. I've also done some shorts on TikTok for my beaded pins. And my newest ones that are getting ready to hit the store, and probably by the time you see this video, they'll already be in there, are the Doorables. So I have Disney Doorables, which I'm sure if you have little children, you're probably familiar with that. And I use them as toppers on my beaded pins. They're really cute. So all of that can be shipped, or if you live local, you're welcome to come and pick it up at the farm store and check out the many other items that we have in there from other people who have their stuff displayed in our store. We have our oils heated up, so we're going to add them to our milk mixture. Right, we're going to stir this up. Okay, now we are going to be using the sage green mica. So I'm going to go on ahead and add that. That's the only color I'm using. So I don't need to like separate anything out. So I'm going to go on ahead and add that, get the desired color that I want before I add my scent. All right, let's go on ahead and start mixing this up. See if we can get the mica clay to break down a little bit. All right, I think that's a good color. I'm gonna just use the rest of this scent because there's only enough for one more bar. All right, I think that's good. We are going to be using our loaf pan from Brambleberry. This is the one that we use all the time. We're going to now just dump that in here. This was an easy one to make since I'm not mixing colors or doing any swirls or anything like that. It's easy when you're doing it all one color. It's going to be a nice color too. I love the color sage green. It's very, very pretty. Okay, I'm going to smear that. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of a bounce to get the air bubbles, any air bubbles out, come to the surface. You can see them. There's one. Okay. So now I'm going to also just take the back side of my spatula and I'm just going to swoop it up just like that. So we can get it in a straight line here. There we go. And that is it. So I'm going to put this in the freezer for 24 hours and then I will pull it out tomorrow afternoon. We'll let it sit for a couple of days in the mold and then we'll unmold it, let it sit again for a little bit, and then we will cut it. And when we're ready to cut it, I'll come back and we will show you what they look like. All right, guys, we'll see you in about 4 to 5 days.